Wah, 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 wah. If you've seen Nail Gun Massacre, that's like heard like a billion times over in that movie. That cheap, lame ass, just I don't know what you even want to call it, just dumbass vocal performance of the killer or whatever. Just the electronicized voice of the stupid killer. Hi, I'm huge movie fanatic Nate here to review Nail Gun Massacre. This movie I actually saw not long after it came out. I don't know exactly when it came out on video, but on VHS, but it was put out by the same outfit, like Magnum. Don't quote me, but it might have been Magnum. The same outfit who originally put out Drive-In Massacre on VHS. And the cover for that, which I might put as I'm describing and talking about it right now, the cover, the original cover of the Nail Gun Massacre VHS tape was lame and cool, and at the same time it was like the picture drawn, painting, whatever the hell it is just, I don't know, the proportions are all wrong. It's just really weird. So there you go. But obviously being a fan of, when I was like 13 or something, I probably first saw this when I was when I was 13, like in 1990, and it was probably pretty fresh on video at that time. And any movie at that time, that had the title that had the word massacre in it, I was all for. Like, give me it. And it's just like sounded kind of cool. I was all into, being 13, power tool killing movies, toolbox murders and Texas Chainsaw Massacre and Nail Gun Massacre and whatever. So the title was very appealing to a 13-year-old slasher movie fan. So luckily, I never had it. I didn't dub it for some reason. I never had it other than just having rented it probably only once. So I haven't really seen it since then. And luckily, it might be Blue Underground or Synapse. I always get those two confused. I think it's Blue Underground. In 2007, I believe, put out a lovely, if you can call anything Nail Gun Massacre lovely, but a lovely DVD with a brand new, amazing, gorgeous transfer, which I just rewatched over the last several weeks, and a Blu-ray probably wouldn't look much better. I mean, the DVD looks really great. I don't know if this was shot 16 millimeter. I would imagine, but you can see a lot of grain, and I'm a grain guy. I love film grain, and you can see a lot of grain. It just looks, it's the DVD that they put out, and I think 2007 is the best this movie's gonna look, period.
You want me to piss on you?
You just pissed me off.
Great. So I wanted to review this, I think. So I don't know if I watched it because I was going to review it, or I think I just watched it because I wanted to watch it, and then I figured I could review it since I watched it. So that's what I'm doing, if you haven't noticed. So I rewatched Nail Gun Massacre, not having seen it probably since 2007. The DVD came out, and I'm like, yeah, man, this is stupid.
Damn, I'm glad you stopped. This is the most godforsaken road I've ever been on. God, no, please!
It's really regarded as, it's got a bad rep for just being horribly sloppy, and it is, but I will say that, it's much more entertaining to me than Paranormal Activity. And people can rip all they want with Terry Lofton and all that stuff about this movie, and his grandma being the cashier at the place, and the script being right there, and she does a really good job considering she's just a person, and a old woman who's never had any interest in acting at all. I mean, she does mostly a pretty good job, having actually tried to at one point have my grandma do acting. Years and years ago. That was 1990. But I'm just thinking of that. So, you know, I look at Nail Gun Massacre as a movie maker myself, not so much a movie fan. So I see it, I'm much more empathetic, I guess. I'm much more easygoing on it because I'm just like, I know how many stupid movies like Paranormal Activity there are that are so much, in my opinion, so much more boring and stupid than Nail Gun Massacre. And yet, there's fucking, excuse me, there's, you know, 5 movies, you know, there's going to be a 6th paranormal movie. It's just like, and yet somehow it's a crime there's only one Nail Gun Massacre movie, and I would highly regard this as being better than, I'd much more, if someone said, you know, you can only watch Paranormal or Nail Gun tonight, pick one. I would pick Nail Gun Massacre over Paranormal Activity. One thing I took away from having rewatched this movie is I recently, as you know, if you've seen the Invasion from Inner Earth or Capture of Bigfoot reviews, I recently, over the last several months rewatched those 2 Bill Rebane movies. And one thing that I took away from those movies, and a lot of Bill Rebane movies for that fact, is Bill Rebane movies for me, a lot of them have this thing where it's very apparent to me where it's this very annoying way of making a movie. I apologize, Bill. This is just my opinion. Which is nothing really happening at the moment. But the movies, Bill Rebane movies, like build seemingly, like their whole runtime exists to build towards a moment that never comes. That's what Elf Incident seems like to me. Capture Bigfoot, certainly Invasion from Inner Earth, they all exist for 90 minutes like we're teasing, we're going to give you a payoff. And they just never do. And it's like literally the whole 90 minutes nothing is literally happening. And when I rewatched Nail Gun Massacre, it was the exact opposite for me. This movie does not do that at all. To its credit, what Nail Gun Massacre does is every single moment the screen is utilized, the movie's playing, they're utilizing it in something, okay, maybe not so interesting, but at least something is happening. The movie's progressing. And there's so many, I can't even count them. There's so many like individual like kill scenes. There's a lot of kill scenes. There's big body count in this movie, which is a plus. And one of the big props I'm going to give this movie is that it is very much of like something's constantly happening. It might be stupid, like some overweight woman with a baby in a box putting up laundry. It might be, you know, what's happening might be stupid, but at least something's happening. It's not like, okay, we're just, I hate movies where it's like we're just talking. We're talking the plot along, you know, and we're just sitting in a government room and we're talking, you know, it might as well just be a radio program then. If you're not going to have anything happen on screen, don't just talk the movie along. All right, this is where the plot is now. So Nail Gun Massacre is the exact opposite of that, where you're seeing it move along. Not that there's a plot there to move along, but at least you're seeing stuff happen.
Who or what was that?
I don't know. I think she just got dogged real good out behind the shed.
Oh, take me, you hot bitch.
And it's got, you know, the movie opens up with a pretty nice pair of fake, you know, tits on this, you know, pretty attractive woman. So if you're a heterosexual guy, you might appreciate that. Which Terry Lofton, I think, said that was something they shot later on when one of the last things they shot maybe we could put some more tits in the movie. The movie has a lot of nudity in it if you like that kind of thing. I mean, you know, being a heterosexual male, I like female nudity. There's this one girl that I remembered from being 13. If you've seen the movie, you know she's the girl on the top of the hood with the guy, and that stupid song's playing, and it's like, hey you, come here. That was the voice of the nail gun killer. But it looks like I wrote 1.5 stars for Nail Gun Massacre. It's absolutely, don't get me wrong, it's pretty atrocious. But if you're a movie making enthusiast, if you're someone who actually wants to make movies and stuff, it's I don't know. Sometimes sometimes I really like this kind of stuff, this no budget horrendous stuff, because again, as much as anyone might want to badmouth Terry Lofton, It's like, are all these bad mouthers going out and making a movie? I don't think so. And especially film, the thing looks beautiful on this 2007 DVD. It looks absolutely beautiful, and maybe I'll, you know, throughout this review, maybe you've seen clips of the DVD, you know. So to anyone who would badmouth Terry Lofton and Nail Gun Massacre, maybe you shouldn't badmouth people until you go out and try to make your own movie. How's that for an idea? But I think I pretty much said everything there is to say about Nail Gun Massacre. It is very much a bad movie, but I give it 1.5 stars for being very ambitious and funny, probably unintentionally funny a lot of the time, and just like a what the hell kind of a movie. It's got some of the worst audio recording in movie history. Some of the worst audio situations where they have this. For some reason, they picked this restaurant right next to a freeway to film, and you can't even hear. That's the two couple with the woman, with the sex, you know, the woman with the jugs who they end up on the hood.
You call this a class place to eat? Give me a break.
What's so bad about this? It's not like it's the end of the world. Besides, they got a special on grilled cheese, fries, and a frosty for $1.19.
You know, some of the worst audio recording and dialogue recording in movie history in this movie, and indeed some of the worst, a lot of things. But you have to give someone credit for going out and making go of it and doing something, and surely it's definitely become a cult classic since. So thank you very much for watching my review of Nail Gun Massacre. Catch you later.
Damn it, Tom, keep an eye on that stuff. I mean, we can't afford to lose that. We can't afford to live here, and we live here for free. We sure as hell can't afford to lose a $150 nail gun.